First of all, for jumping in here.
Plenty of time.
This is one of my favorite jokes, and it's maybe my favorite because my wife's father told this joke to me, and he was a great old guy, and this is one of the memories I have of him. And so it's a little corny, but it still means a lot to me, and I laugh a lot when I hear it. There's this old guy, and he told this to me when he was in his late 70s, early 80s. So it had some relevance for him. But it was an older guy. It was a 90-year-old guy, goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, I need to have you check me out thoroughly because I'm getting married next week." And the doctor says, "Oh, yeah." He says, "Yeah, I'm marrying this 30-year-old woman. And so I got to make sure everything's working good because, I'm 90 years old." So doctor checks him out and seems to be in pretty good shape for a 90-year-old guy. And he says, "Now, so you're marrying a 30-year-old woman?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "And you're going to be regular married people?" And the guy says, "Yeah." He says, "We're having a honeymoon and everything." And he says, "Well, let me give you some advice. After you get back from the honeymoon, you have a house, you have a room in the basement, right?" He said, "Why don't you get yourself a boarder? I think you'll have a happier marriage if you get somebody to live in the basement." And the old guy says, "Well, okay, well." So 6 months later, the doctor's walking down the street, runs into this old guy, hadn't seen him since the checkup, and says to the old guy, he says, "So, how are you doing? How's that 30-year-old wife working on you?" The guy says, "Great." He says, "In fact, she's pregnant." And the doctor says, "Oh, really? Wow." He says, "So did you get a boarder?" And the guy says, "Yeah, and she's pregnant too."
Who was the teller of the table?
My wife's dad.